Okay, so today is back day, and a standard for back day for me is pull-ups. And I tend to do that. I tend to start the workout out with pull-ups. I'm probably going to do that. I might do some Pendlay rows, um, cable rows. Nothing too fancy today. Sometimes I'll do some dumbbell pulls, like just bent over lat pulls. Um, and I don't know. I just kind of go based on what I feel that day. But that's the tentative plan for that. Let me see. I might do. Um, in terms of at least the cable, I might do some pull downs. I might do some pull downs behind the neck. I might do some pull ups a little bit. I like to angle it a little differently. So maybe like pulling up, um, pulling up a little bit using the shoulders a little bit. That's kind of if if I do if I do that exercise at all, I may not. That works the shoulders more, but that's the tentative plan. So let's get started. I got a little bit of an impingement in my elbow, so I like to start with a little bit of an assist. Also, I can't really do that many of these. Yeah, that's kind of pathetic, but that's the most I can do. All right, I'm gonna go right into cable pull downs, and then I like to splice in the pull ups throughout the workout. So I'll start trying to think if I should take the shirt. All right, now I get the bar. I'll do like I'm starting with like six. So I have an issue with my knee, so because it's swollen, my left knee, it's hard to kneel all the way down. So I'm probably going to do this seated going forward, but I'm just kind of getting warmed up right now. Yeah, yeah, that's really hurting my knee. I got a injury, so I messed my knee up running one day, and it's probably hard to see, but it's like swollen on the side there, and it makes it very hard to kneel and pull the leg in. So I'm probably gonna do the rest of these with a bench anyway, and also shirted just to make sure I'm not violating any obscenity laws or anything on YouTube. Okay, so I'll pull this out. worry. I don't have to worry about what end I'm sitting on. Doesn't matter. Let's do the rest like this. Okay, so since this is up a little bit, I can move this. Okay. Let's feel a little bit in my neck, so I'm trying to go easy on that a little bit. But I'll probably do another set. Going a little bit. This is number 9, so this is like 10-pound weight, so it's 99 to 180. 180 on the pull downs here. So I'm not trying to show off, like I said. I'm just trying to build muscle. I'm trying to get that contraction, full squeeze. It's pinching the traps together in the back, shoulders together. Get that nice little squeeze in there. And that's it. Oh crap. It's that line between pushing hard but not injuring yourself. And it can be a little bit tricky to know where that line is sometimes. But anyway, so like the next remainder of these sets, I'm going to do some varying behind and in front of the neck pull downs, and lower weight, really get that like 15 to 20 rep range going. Really focus on squeezing those muscles there. I may Flavor Flav my hat so that it's not hitting hitting the bar either way. So do the Flav position. Yeah, Chuck. All right. You do want to try to get full extension, really stretch out that back. Before you come back. Yeah, that's semi-comfortable. I may want to do a little bit less or a little more. I don't know. I think that's probably good though. Yeah, 7, 8's a little bit of a strain on the neck, and 7 is like it's a little light, but you slow it down, you work on the squeeze, like I said, and you get pretty good at a lot out of it. Pretty good workout out of it. And then I think I'm going to do dumbbell lat pulls for sure because I want to just see where I'm at. See if I can. I guess there's nothing I can do about that glare. All right. I'm taking too much of a break here. Rambling like that. Let's play it. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, this is not my workouts are not about showing off. It's not about showing how much weight I can lift ever. It's all about it's just documenting the journey. I hate that word, but anyway, it's like documenting my progress. Um, that's really all it is. It's sort of like a diary. If it helps people, great. If they see things that they don't see as like proper form or have improvement, have suggestions on how to do an exercise better. I'm very open to suggestion there. I just kind of like I don't know everything about lifting, so anything you have, any tips and stuff are greatly appreciated. But I'm basically just trying to get in as good a shape as I can, and I listen to my body and I do whatever my body tells me is to do, and whatever I think I'm capable of doing that day. So I'm very competitive with myself. So if I feel like I can push, I usually do. But I'm not trying to show off. So, anyway, final set of this out. And then I will get, and that's the thing about gym, like when you're working out in the gym, I don't know what it is, but at least with me, but I'm always stubbing my foot. I don't know why that is. Always, I'm always bumping my foot into stuff. It's really frustrating. Let's go. Be closer grip this time. Oh. All right, so now moving on to this here. I'm gonna have to get that. Okay. Good. And I can, since I'm already warmed up, I don't need to go too low. Set, but I will go. Well, let's start at 45s. I'll just do 10. What? And 45s. I will not come that far down again. I'm gonna go. I'll probably be like in the 60 or 70 pound range for the working sets. So we'll go up to 65. Pull that midriff so I can see the muscle fibers twitching and stuff. Now I'm trying to see how high I can go. See where my max is today. I can probably get to 100. We'll see. So that's 65. But, you know, having limited space like this is a little bit of an issue because you have to keep picking the weights up and getting them out of the way. I'm going to go to 80. Oh crap, I can't because they're on my. Yeah, I don't have my 80s. So in the Christmas tree, we tried to put the Christmas tree up this year. It kept falling over. So I took dumbbells and used it to hold the stand down so it doesn't tip. So my 80-pound two 80-pound dumbbells and 170 are upstairs. And I can't use them until Christmas is over. But anyway, yeah, plenty of weights. Doesn't matter. This is 85. I want to see how this feels. Again, not showing off, just trying to find out where my max is. But seeing as how I got that, I'm pretty sure I can do 100. We're gonna try that. Pull the 85s out of the way. Get a little deadlift in it. As I do that, do 100. All right, 100 pounds. Let's go. All right. That's 100. Might be able to do one more set of that. But just to show that it's 100, and I know people can do more than 100. So I'm not trying to, again, like, not trying to impress, but see if the camera's getting that. That's 100. Okay. I'll do one more set of that. Come down and do 2 more sets of, I don't know, like 85 or something. So. I'm not really gonna worry about showing my skin during this one because it doesn't really serve any purpose. Other than, I mean, you can see the muscle fibers twitching and stuff, but you can, just as well look at my form and see if I'm doing it right. Okay. Go. I'm not doing too much, just one more. 100. Okay. Next. Okay. After that, I need one of these. Oh. It's that lower back stretched out a little bit. That lower back stretched out. Put the 100-pound dumbbell back. I think I'll do 75s. 2 more sets. I'll quit on that. Move back to the cables. Ooh. All right. Oh boy. Okay. Well, microphone's still working, right? Like this stuff is coming through, I would assume. The microphone on my laptop doesn't seem to be that great, so if it's not picking any of this stuff up, I guess this is the last time I'm using my laptop to film. But anyway, 2 more working sets. And it's easier, I don't have to transfer it from my phone to my laptop after I record it. What? Okay. One more set of that. That'll be it for those. And I'll move on to. But I want to continue to do rowing things, so I'll do cables, starting with single standing rows to really get that flexion going. Well, I wonder if I could do alternating grips, like, and then switch and do I'm gonna try something new today. Let me see if I can do that. I'll show you in a minute what I'm thinking. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Let's go. Oh shoot. One more. Okay, that's it. Sure. Okay. This next thing is an experiment. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm gonna try. Probably gonna be fine. I'm gonna put this on here. All right. So I'm putting it up there, and then I'll do, I guess, 5. We'll start. And what I'm trying to do is trying to do alternating grips with singles. So let me see. Do I need to pull? I guess I don't. I guess it's fine. All right. Okay, so 5 pounds on the cable. We're doing trying to do something like this. I think that'll be fine. The only problem is you can't get full range of motion on that because you can't stretch all the way out. It's hard to grip and pull back with the other hand that way. But still getting a pretty good workout. Come on. Ooh. 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 That's really good. The form probably suffered a little bit there, but first time I ever did that anyway, so give me a break. But that's the idea is alternating grips tends to really tire you out. And if like I'm just doing like alternating dumbbell bench presses and this other things that my trainer and I did where we're alternating, like you're not really, you don't have a rest period. Something's always moving. Curls, alternating, shoulder presses. Like they just they did the Trump dance there. So it's something, it just keeps you engaged. That's all. It wears you out. It's great. So I'll do another one of those. I'll do a little heavier weight this time though. So maybe a little heavier weight. I don't know if 70. I'll try 70 pounds there. See how it goes. And I think I'm gonna isolate after that. Because here's the thing. Like you're still not really resting. It's different than dumbbells. Because dumbbells you can get in like a resting position. This is a cable, so it's always engaging you, no matter what. You're always getting pulled. So this really isn't necessary in hindsight. It's just different, that's all. It might provide benefits still, but from the keeping the muscle under tension perspective, it's actually worse. Okay. But it does feel good. Like I'm playing relay with myself. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And you can go beyond 20. I tend to try to stay under 20 if I can. I really don't even like going to 20, to be honest with you. The Michael Hearn philosophy of where you protect your joints. I believe in that. Do the most you can with the least amount of work, the least amount of stress on your joints. So, you know, you want to make every rep count, basically. Find that weight that you can get a decent rep range in, but nothing that's going to be like a marathon session. You know, so you really want to keep it between like, and honestly, like, if you're to hear to him strictly, like, you want to keep it below 10 if you can. But from bodybuilding perspective, I've noticed that it does make the muscles show up higher. You higher rep range. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 singles on one side. Don't get that stretch. Because now I can do it. Boy. One more set without the shirt. You can see. Come on. Let's see. You know, oddly, this shirt smells like Christmas. I don't know what that is. It just has a Christmassy smell to it. Frankincense, myrrh, whatever that stuff smells like. Okay. Let's see. I really don't know what's going on with the job situation, but I did message them. I don't think that I don't like the format of the message that I sent them. I should have just thanked them. That should have been in there. A thank you should have been in there, and it wasn't. So I wish I would have put that in hindsight, but I hope that the onus of the message comes through, and that's it. I appreciate their time. I understand that they're in a difficult position. I know I could do a good job for them, but whatever decision they make, I understand and will accept. That's basically what I was trying to say. But at the same time, I gotta really get them up. Awesome. That's it. What? Then I'll do more set after this of doubles. So, big setup. And after all that, I'm going to move some lower back. Maybe some bent over legs. With dumbbells. Doubles. So put that on there. I have for attachments. I have the V bar, and that's typically used for those types of exercises, especially if you're seated. And I have this thing, but really, I think these are just better because you can adjust your grip however you want. You want to keep it close, you keep it close. You want to spread it out. Get better range of motion, by like spreading it out. So you don't have the limitations that the bar puts on you. So I typically will do this. I'll typically use those. Those are just like from a workout perspective, they're just better in all kinds of ways, and you can improvise your set on the spot, which you can't do with the bars. So, but every once in a while, I use the bar. I just do it just to kind of like vary things up a little bit. Since I'm doing doubles, I'm gonna pull that up a little bit. I'm only pulling it up to 12 though, because this is sort of going to be like a form set. Focus on squeezing those muscles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just random conversation here. I was watching Mike Matei play Mega Bonk yesterday. Guy's a beast, man. That guy can kick some fucking serious ass as a gamer. I don't know if he's always been that good since I've been watching him and James, but he's really good. He's really good, and I give him all the respect in the world. Like he deserves to be a streamer. I don't know if he gets speed run. I don't think he's at that level, but he's pretty damn good. I think it's really a pleasure to watch him play. Yeah, he seems like a really good guy too, and he's like the kind of guy that he's the kind of I don't seem like I'm engaged there, but I was. But the kind of guy I grew up with, shoot the shit with them, break each other's balls, but that's what makes it fun. And then, bitch about the games. So the real frustration is the game. The actual like banter back and forth, that's fun. So it makes me miss my childhood. It makes me miss the guys I grew up with. We used to, I mean, to date myself, but we used to tape ourselves playing video games and eating pizza, and we drink some caffeine-free soda because at the time that was the most nutritious thing that we had. But we would just bullshit and we talked like the whole time while we're playing games. It was so much fun, man. But we audio taped, not videotaped, so there's no like footage of us, and that's too bad. There's not enough footage of us as teens, early mid-teens, playing games together. But it doesn't matter. You get the gist. But it was just fun. Like we just get together, and it's almost like Joe Rogan when he has his friends on his podcast, and they have like a um what do you call those, like those MMA viewing parties and stuff where he just has his friends together, and for the most part they just bullshit. Or Save Our Parks where he just has friends and they just bullshit. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and that's so Mike and James remind me of that time. I think that's what the appeal is for both of them. Is a lot of people feel that way. They feel like they know them. So I'm just a guy from Ohio, another fan. Um, but yeah, and I'm sitting here gushing on him with my shirt off, which is probably a little creepy, but anyway, I'm putting the shirt back on. I just wanted to see. It's not a gay thing. But anyway, so yeah, those guys rock, and he's a good, and those James especially is a really good guy for an internet personality. He's just a really good dude. He deserves all the success in the world, and I like empathize with him when it comes to creating content too, because I feel like sometimes he struggles to figure out what to put out there, especially with the nerd videos and stuff. Like he's kind of touched everything that there is to touch in terms of crappy games, certainly on the Nintendo. So now he's at a point where he's like, not only going to different systems, but he's really stretching to try to find a good thing to make fun of. And I don't envy him at all. There's a limited amount of material out there. Anyway, I'm running out of power, so one more set and then that's pretty much it for the recording. So, all right, these are lower backs. You just have to watch the movement. Kind of scoop in. That's just lower back. I'm going to cut this real short because I'm almost out of power. I'm going to bring my cord down. I'm going to show the form. I got rubber guard. All right. Session over. See you guys next time.